Once again, I don't want to I don't like covering stuff like this anymore because it doesn't make any sense. But I'm just covering it from the standpoint of this one here is a nurse, and you already know. Well, let me just say this because when you watch the video, she's got an arm full of tattoos, even though she's really dark and whatnot. And she's a lot. She's like a lot of these. Listen, I appreciate anybody that leaves the hood and they go for education and whatnot. The problem is that a lot of these people, they'll be RN nurse Jackie or whatever, but you can tell like she's ghetto. She's hood. She's never gonna leave this behind mentally. She never will and whatnot. And it's always going to come out at some point. Now don't get me wrong. I've had a few hood nurses that really looked out for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sit here. You know what I'm saying? Because I had I think I talked about what was it last year that I had pneumonia and I almost died. Did I have that conversation with y'all or I don't know if I did. I had pneumonia for the first time and I was in the hospital and it wasn't good and spitting up blood and all that other nonsense and the black nurses were looking out for me hard. They really will. They really were. It was actually a white nurse that was actually snapping at me and whatnot. So I will always love those two black nurses that looked after me, make sure that I got my care, make sure that my son was involved at every single time because they did not think I was gonna make it. I mean, I never had pneumonia before. I never even knew how bad pneumonia can get. I never knew this shit, man. I was literally at my job and I just started feeling like horrible. And out of nowhere, I started spitting up blood. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I felt really sick. And I said, listen, y'all, I don't feel good. I'm going straight to the emergency room. They were like, okay, do what you got to do. And I walked in there and I was sweating profusely. I mean, it just happened so suddenly. I was scared. I didn't know what the hell was going on and they immediately said get him in here and I'm telling you it well for me it hit me so fast and they immediately took me back there did my blood work it was like an hour later you have pneumonia you're gonna stay I mean it's just unreal so anyway this one right here a lot of these I call them educated Keishas. We got our educated Pookies and we got our educated Keishas. And unfortunately, they were raised by a black ghetto single mom. And they know that this is not the way to go, but they're not able to fully divorce themselves from being raised in that environment. This excuse me, this is what goes on with a lot of these nurses. So all I have to say about this in this video is you brothers, you already know where I stand. I say whether you want to serve the Lord God of Israel alone, that is your choice. If you're going to remain who you are, I say dealing with these modern day black women, it is for me. I don't trust it, and I've seen this. I used to work in the hospital, so I used to work in two different hospitals. Okay, three different hospitals. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen these behaviors. I'm beginning to sound like Hicks Uncensored. I have seen these. I have seen these behaviors of these ratchet nurses, these ratchet CNA females, You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, they have pook nug. You know what I'm saying? They don't like the dudes that work there. Nope. Some of the dudes can smash. Yes. But they don't, these modern day ratchet Keishas. I was just talking about this to another brother I know. I said their mentality is if you have a job, it's like garlic to a vampire. If you tell them you have a job, they don't really check for you like that, man. I've seen a lot of these, even these RNs, and you go past her desk, and the picture of her baby daddy. This dude is straight pook nug, man. I done seen this my whole entire life, man. She even has a prison picture of they all the pook nugs got the prison pose. I done seen this so many times, man. It is you dudes. If the educated ones are like this, what chance do you got, man? That's the only question I got for you today.